Hello, my name is Jeffrey. I'm pre-nursing, and sorry I didn't post until now. New Year's Eve was the last time I posted. I was looking really straggly, and I didn't want to show my face. I just got a haircut and a shave, so I feel better today. I'm glancing over the PDF that is likely to be my textbook for the chemistry class that I'm taking this spring, and it's getting closer. And I looked over a random chapter, chapter 13. I wanted to check if there was any particularly difficult areas, and I was scrolling through it, and I went to chapter 3, and this one was about DNA and RNA. And according to the book, DNA are stretches of deoxy ribonucleic acid from which chromosomes are made. The hereditary information passed from one generation to the next. RNA is the information present in each gene used to produce a particular peptide. So, will your baby look like you, your grandfather, your great grandfather, somebody further down your family line? Or yeah, so it's DNAs and RNAs determine that, what I can tell. So the objectives did not intimidate me. Again, this looks way more promising than the intro to chemistry that I took last semester. There are some terms that I'm unfamiliar with, triphosphate, nucleosides, D, etc., etc. But it still, to me, is more interesting than my previous chemistry class. So I'm more optimistic. This chapter also explains mutation, right? And the sample and practice problems didn't look too difficult either. Uh, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Now I could be wrong. They could we could. It's possible that we'll be using a different book and there'll be different content in it, but I don't see it varying off too much. I'm gonna guess that these topics will be there also. Uh, this chapter also showed an image of a glowing cat. Glowing cat. Cool. Glowing cat. And I'm really worried about my occupation. My occupation has uh, very little to do with my major. I'm a nursing major, pre-nursing, and I work at a coffee shop. I'm also taking another chemistry class, the science of coffee, so that it complements what I do for a living. So there's a parallel there, and my mind doesn't have to completely shift from school to work, and then I just lose all the information from my class to when I go to work. So that's a move that I made myself. It makes it a little bit more work but it also that that symbiosis between what I'm doing at school and at work, I think will pay off. So I'm wish me luck on that one. And then during summer, I'll take a bio class, one of my another one another prerequisite, and then it's on to another bio class. I think there's three bio classes I have to take. Possibly the 430 and 431 may have been covered in my previous school. I have my AAS in medical assisting, and one of the classes I took for that degree is anatomy and physiology. And there's two anatomy and physiology classes that I had to take for my nursing degree at American River College, and I petitioned to to have the one from my previous college to take its place, so I don't have to take two colleges, or maybe knock one off, so I'll save some time and money. But I have to have the actual syllabus from that class, which I do not have anymore. I'm not sure who I would reach out to get that. maybe some of my classmates I would have to reach out on Facebook or something or Instagram. We'll see if they still have access to it. If they don't, then I'll just have to take the class. I was watching other videos on YouTube about nursing, and some people. I was really worried that if there was a grade that I didn't receive, maybe I didn't get accepted because my GPA is not high enough. If there's a class that I failed, I can now know that you can retake those classes for a better grade and then go to the nursing program. This is according to a YouTube video. Another nurse did that. So that eases my mind a little, but I won't have that as I guess as the hand that I'll be playing. I'll still try for my best, and I don't move forward thinking that I can that there's a escape. I always try to get the best grade possible, but circumstances uh, sometimes it's the best of you. The curriculum is difficult. You're too tired. There's stresses from work. There's stresses from your family life and financial stresses. Maybe your physical necessities aren't being met. So that could happen. I know, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that is happening to. Don't fret. Just do your best. And for people that are used to performing really well, and all of a sudden you get into college and you're middling, just be aware that this happens. And I spoke to a nurse. I was sitting down. I was drinking a beer after work because I deserve it. And there's this nurse that was sitting next to me from Washington, and I asked her for an advice. And collaboration is a great idea. Make sure that you get some contacts from your classmates, or one of your classmates you can talk to. There's hopefully you have a classmate that you can talk to. You can volley ideas back and forth. If there's something that you're confused about, ask your teacher, ask your classmate, study groups. She said those would help. Uh, this chemistry class, they suggested that students should take the strategies course, which is only 0.75 units. So you can't. So you imagine it, the course is so a regular class is like three units. This is a 0.75 class that complements the chemistry class that you're taking. So it's not going to be a difficult class, and I'm sure it's supposed to help you do better with your course that it what the strategies course is about. So I'm taking that. So heeding all these people's advice and my own style of study, plus the strategies course, and just being trying my best. Maybe it'll be enough. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, again, nothing too intimidating with this chapter. I also work. I'm a student and I work, as many of us do. I'm looking for a job that's related to healthcare, and I just interviewed a pharmacy place. The lady that interviewed me said that they do compounding there, and there's a whole chapter on compounding in this book that what I think is going to be the textbook that we'll be using for my chemistry class next spring, or this spring coming up. It would have been a great learning experience, but I didn't get chosen. Maybe I should have mentioned this. This would be great for because I'm studying chemistry next spring, and there's a chapter on compounding. Maybe that would have helped me be employed there. But it's for the best, she mentioned a pay cut, so it's a little they pay a little bit less than where I work at now. That would have been a determinant for me. I may have said no. I most likely would have said no. I don't want to lose money, and unfortunately, that is something important for everybody. You can all say that money is secondary to whatever it is secondary to you, but it's still important. You have to consider it, and a pay cut would suck. So it's maybe that it's best that I didn't work there. I may have regretted working there and not making as much money and having to adjust my schedule. The learning experience would have been great, but I want a maximum experience if I have to switch jobs. Either something relevant to healthcare, related to healthcare, or it pays a lot of money, or both. Otherwise, I'm fine where I'm at. Anyways, there wasn't nothing too intimidating about this this chapter that I was looking at. So wish me luck. It's raining outside. I live in California, Sacramento, California, and it's cold, and it reminded me of a place that I used to live at when I was younger. And when it rained, we would play outside. And I remember uh, there were the rain would run off metal sheet roofs, and it would drip down, and we would stand under it and shower and play, and it floods. It flooded in that area. It was fun time. I don't want to do that today. I don't want to get sick. But with the rain, uh, reminds me of that time of my life. So my childhood, early childhood. All right, that's all.